It's Friday here on What the F at $. We look forward to the weekend, so live through us as we go through what is important. We have how to fix a movie. Today we have a classic Plan 9 from Outer Space Wrestling Report, TNA Results, Smackdown preview and accolades of the week news, Friday editorial dumbass of the day. DTS suffers now to the show Cinco Cuatro trade duo Oh No.
Movies that should be fixed today. We have a classic, Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space. This is notorious for being the worst movie ever made, so it would be perfect to fix.
The mysterious, the unexplainable, that is why you are here. And now for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel?
Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor.
We've had contact. Radio.
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9.
Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Have you attempted any of this plan as yet?
Yes, Excellency.
It's too bad it must be handled this way.
You see? Your stupid minds! Stupid!
My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Fixing Plan 9 from Outer Space is an exercise in reshaping Ed Wood's ambitious, low-budget vision. To elevate the film while keeping its unique charm, you could reshoot the inconsistent scenes, recast Bela Lugosi's stand-in with a matching body double, and replace the dangling hubcap UFO effects. Whether you want to make it an actual, coherent sci-fi movie or just tighten up the editing, these fixes address the film's most notorious problems. 1. The continuity and editing. Fix the stock footage. The movie infamously shifts from dark, rainy night scenes to brightly lit daytime stock footage of graveyards. The fix: apply digital color grading and grain matching to the daylight footage so it matches the dark, studio-shot graveyard sets. Stock footage should never really be employed, but if you had to, find stuff applicable. So this is an easy fix. If to remake this movie, avoid this aspect. Day for night filters. Add a blue or dark gray tint to the conflicting daytime shots to disguise the lighting mismatches. This is a low-budget issue. Modern movies can easily remedy this. 2. The Bela Lugosi replacement. The issue: Bela Lugosi passed away before the movie was filmed. Ed Wood used old test footage of the actor and replaced him with his wife's chiropractor, Tom Mason, who was much taller and constantly covered his face with a cape. The fix: if reshooting, hire a body double closer to Lugosi's exact height and build. If you are editing existing footage, you could use deepfake or AI technology to superimpose Lugosi's face onto the double, creating a seamless performance. If to remake this, today one can always CGI characters. Modern roles: hire someone that is alive would be the easy remedy. Of course, if you wanted to make this a comedy, you could employ this as a form of comedy where different actors playing the role would be part of the joke. 3. Visual and practical effects. The issue: the alien spaceships were made from cheap pie tins and hubcaps hanging by visible strings against a fuzzy sky. Today, this would be easy with CGI. The fix: replace the dangling saucers with modern CGI models or high-quality physical miniatures. Additionally, remove the visible strings over the backdrops entirely. Laser blasts: instead of drawing crude, animated squiggles, which were literally scratched into the film negatives, over action sequences, use modern VFX compositing for the laser and explosion effects. Unfortunately, the budget was the biggest Achilles heel, so, if made today, the effort would have to have a solid investment. 4. The narrative and dialogue. The issue: the dialogue is notoriously stilted and repetitive, e.g., future events such as these will affect you in the future. This was one of the biggest why. It never added to the story, so easy fix is to remove it entirely or. The fix: rewrite the screenplay to smooth out the clunky translation mechanisms between the aliens and humans, and remove unnecessary exposition by showing, rather than telling, Earth's nuclear threat to the universe. 5. The sets. The issue: the interior of the commercial airplane cockpit is famously just a shower curtain and a clipboard. Again, a very low budget was to blame. The fix: build a realistic-looking 1950s airplane cockpit or utilize digital backgrounds and sets to give the plane's interior cinematic depth and realism. 6. The plan itself. Bringing the dead to life is a questionable plan, but to employ this bringing only two is not practical. If there were hundreds or thousands, this movie could have employed two horror genres and make for a smart and complex movie. So, two zombies wouldn't be effective regardless. Ed Wood had a vision. Unfortunately, his pockets were empty, and that was the biggest problem. This movie is on everyone's list of the worst movie ever made. This is almost a misnomer because again the idea was interesting, but with minimal investment, it was DOA. A lot of shows have profited from this movie. Mystery Science Theater 3000, Riff Racks, and thousands on YouTube. So, if it becomes a passion project, this movie could be salvaged and entertaining. Well, now to everything you want to know about wrestling but you were afraid to ask. 5 4 3 2 1.
TNA results for May 14, 2026. 1. Contenders Battle Royal. Eric Young won the match to earn a future TNA World Championship opportunity. A very quick-paced Battle Royal. It was fun and questionable storytelling. The final two were Eric Young and Elijah, leaving both on the apron, to which Eric Young used a donkey kick for the win. 2. Smackdown Street Fight. AJ Francis defeated KC Navarro after putting Navarro through tables at ringside. A fun street fight. Again, David vs. Goliath concept where KC Navarro kept battling uphill and almost found a way. The ending was visceral, where chairs and tables help make a monster utilize more painmakers. 3. Tag team match. Allie and Rosemary defeated Victoria Crawford and Mila Moore. Pretty straightforward. The match paced well, and having Allie and Rosemary bite their way is hilarious. Athleticism along with storytelling made the match a palate cleanser. 4. X Division Championship. 2 out of 3 falls match. Cedric Alexander defeats Leon Slater. This match deserved a premium live event status. The first round was a quick win for Leon and felt like he was going to break the record reign. The second round was more methodical, where Cedric the lumber checked masterfully. The third round was visceral, where both stars went to the next gear and Cedric put Slater through the ringer and blood was spilled. It was masterfully done. Show closing. Former WWE superstar Fabian Eichner, Giovanni Vinci, made a surprise appearance on the stage as the show went off the air. Smackdown preview. Trick Williams' celebration as it's at Columbia, South Carolina, so the hometown hero gets the hero treatment. After Backlash loss, Jacob Fatu may face repercussions. Then the official face-to-face with unified world champion Cody Rhodes and Gunther before their match at Clash in Italy. And much more. Now to the wrestling news.
The only news that matters for wrestling fans. There is rumblings that AEW is looking to work with Mick Foley. With recent souring with WWE and their association with Trump, this would work in everyone's favor. Also, Andrew Lee and many in wrestling are urging WWE wrestlers to fight for a union and associate with SAG. Jesse Ventura has been harping this, but it really won't fix anything. Money would allocate to shady individuals, and when a strike occurs, wrestlers would be part of the mess. It was noted in TNA. Indy Hartwell has resigned with TNA, and that should help bolster the Knockouts division. Plus, at the end of Impact, TNA seemed to have signed Vinci or Aichner, which is a good sign with young talent to help the roster. Tonight ROH is having the Supercard of Honor. The Forever Champion is having survival of the fittest match, where she faces Maya World, Trish Adora, Sakazaki, Billy Starks, and Sade Steele. Women's Pure Championship. Deonna Purrazzo defends against Diamante. Pure Rules match. Josh Woods faces Nigel McGuinness. Men's Pure. Lee Moriarty defends against Ace Austin. AU National Title. Mark Davis defends against Zelhua. ROH Women's TV. Red Velvet defends against Viva Van. Men's TV. AR Fox defends against Leo Rush. World Title Bandido defends against Blake Christian. ROH has really lost its luster. Hopefully it comes back to honor its heritage. Now for Match of the Week, Wrestler of the Week and Indie Star. Match of the Week. TNA X Division Championship. Athletic and storytelling. Leon Slater doesn't break the record to make history but put in an amazing match. Cedric Alexander gets the accolades he truly deserves. This was a very fun match. Highly recommend watching this great match. Wrestler of the Week. The new X Division champion Cedric Alexander. He has always been an uber athlete. Finally making a name for himself and in a big way. The X Division heritage is enhanced with him at the realm. Indie Star of the Week. Rachel Armstrong, Big Rach, who has mastered the 450 splash with grace. The unsanctioned pro champion has only been wrestling for 4 years but has been turning heads. Highly recommend watching her wrestle. Well, now onto the news editorial. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Friday editorial. Why are teachers and nurses becoming so violent? Recently, there have been increased professionals going on media reporting how they would resolve a lot of the problems with violence. Teachers, who are assigned to help form young minds. So, they start reporting how great some people are dying and why are there not more cases. You heard that right, teachers ranting on social media. What is stopping them from doing that in the classroom? Nurses, healthcare professionals who often are the first line of care. Like teachers, they make social stand embracing violence. Voicing that they don't want to help certain individuals. Hippocratic oath. Help no matter the circumstances. Where did this go wrong? So, why are teachers and nurses have become so jaded? Are they overworked? Or has the education system failed by oversaturation and putting everyone in positions that they cannot handle? Maybe social media has given a voice to the voiceless even if it's the wrong voice. Can we change this? AI may replace teachers, so this could be an easy fix. Teachers should not voice their personal ideas to their students, but that can't be possible. Long ago, students wouldn't know any of their teacher's personal information but know they know everything, and that is dangerous. Recently, the anti-ICE protests, many teachers took to have their students to be that voice. Protests are the innate right of every American, but taxpayers are paying teachers to teach, not protest. We now have teachers who indoctrinate and not teach. This leads to a dangerous domino effect. Defund the system and fix it from starting from scratch. Earlier we have had the dumbass teachers unions, and that could be the very problem, so to kill the snake is cut the head. Now nurses are a different problem that is more dangerous. Choosing who to save, that should never be the case. As a nurse, they need to help everyone. So, these individuals are picking and choosing, they need to be fired. I know this will be against freedom of speech, which I'm all in for, but when the speech is hateful, defense is thrown out of the window. Nurses need to be safeguards, not pick and choose cases. The two most respectable professions have become bastardized and weaponized. It is time to review and create a weeding process. Having people that are so influential in people's lives, the standard should be higher. Now to the dumbass of the day. DTS suffers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Friday and it's dumbass of the day. DTS suffers. Donald Trump syndrome. It's funny how one person has affected too many people. The hatred towards Donald Trump has been so apparent. Celebrities. Kathy Griffin, she transformed into a troll. During the first presidential service, she goes online with a severed head of Donald Trump. Then cried she lost a lot of contracts, which is weird if she actually had any in the first place. George Lopez physically became a rat. His hatred is fueled by the deporting illegals, which is weird, but I guess it speaks balls of the mindset. Madonna, is it time to blow up the White House speech is concerning. Again, everyone is entitled to opinions, but wishing death, and through explosions, and did she consider all the innocent lives associated with staff of the White House? Johnny Depp, maybe it's time an actor to take action of removing a president. Reference to Abraham Lincoln's assignation, which was performed by a liberal actor, Eriha. So contemplating assassination of the president to repeat history. Jesse Ventura, claiming assignation attempt was a fluke. Using fake wrestling terms as bleeding. Forgetting a person actually died. This is how low these people have gone. Mick Foley, a glorified stuntman who never deserved wrestling clout, has gone on numerous media sources to remove Trump from the WWE Hall of Fame. I see you now nice, removing illegals and more importantly criminals. This is where he stands. Again, you don't have to like Donald Trump. You don't have to support him, but going violent because you didn't get your way is the most un-American way to express one's ideas. What makes this nation great is the opportunity to express yourself, so embrace that freedom with positive. The fact most of these DTS suffers are also wanting communism, which would easily take the freedom of speech away. Ironically, expressing this would get them killed under a communist regime. So, you are free to not like anyone that differs your ideals, but to express murder isn't the route to take. Well, that's our opinion, and if you don't like it, I guess you can always find another outlet. Enjoy your weekend. Please like, subscribe and comment.